Hey guys, I'm at the Hooghly showroom, and if you have seen the Aerox video, you would also know that I have come here to review the R15 version 4, and luckily it is available in the silver color with the quick shifter, and it's actually a very rare bike to spot. So this is the R15 version 4, and that is how beautiful it is. It's got a lot of inspiration from the R7, its elder sibling, and quite a few bits are updated. Like this, you get aluminum foot peg holders, and there is a redesign in the shape of the tank, and quite a few minor differences. Like there is a redesign in these panels also. One of the major bits that you see here is you also get an integrated kill switch with a starter button and also a hazard light switch. So this was not there in the V3, and here you have all your trip and information for the meter console. So this is a meter console of the R15 V4. So let me just start it now, and it sounds just as the regular R15. No updates in that department, but it is one of the most beautiful handling bikes as of now in its segment or even above its segment. So it's like the preferred track tool of many enthusiasts. Like if you want to hit the track for the first time, and this will be the perfect beginner bike for the track. So design wise, not a lot has changed except for the front, which gets the single quad projector, twin multi-beam projector, high and low, and the DRLs, and it's also got an integrated pass light here, pass switch. So let me just go through the meter console now. It shows a trip, the trip, 2 trip meters, the fuel trip meter, and the odometer. And information wise, there are 2 buttons here if you see, info and trip. So information wise, it shows your coolant temperature, your track mode, and I think it's got a track lap timer as well, and your lap average also, and your average speed. And you also have one big thing in this. If you see that is traction control. So you can set traction control to on and off. So, and I think you have 2 modes of traction control. That is, I'll just check it out. You can put it off and you can put it on, and I think it has a race mode also. I'll have to check it out. So let me take this bike out on a spin. Let me show you this beautiful thing of the bike, the most important update to the R15 V4. Also, this color, the silver, is finished. Its swing arm is finished in a beautiful silver shade and not the black. So it has it's very prominent that this is a special bike, because a lot of attention has been given to the swing arm to make it silver and stand out, because usually the swing arms are black. So this one has got a silver swing arm, and this is a quick shifter, the first in a 155cc bike. And I think the V4 was globally launched in India first, so other countries are yet to receive it. So beautiful. Yamaha finally focusing on the Indian market. So I'll just take it out. I'll give a detailed explanation about the quick shifter also, how it works and what it is for, and let's see how the bike performs on the road. So see you in a bit. Also, one more big update. The V4 gets KYB upside down forks. Finally, Yamaha, you've got an international spec motorcycle to India, and I hope you get the new R3 MT-03 to India. So awaiting that, and now I'm taking this bike out for a test ride. So just out with the R15 and taking it on a test ride now. This test ride is actually a full-blown review, and the quick shifter works beautiful. And if you know, this bike also has a slip and assist clutch, so there is no rear wheel slippage. Look man, no hands. If you see, I'm changing gears without of course you don't have to, you know what they say, while downshifting you need to use the clutch, but when you are upshifting there is no need of the clutch, and it is beautiful. Okay, so just let me adjust the mirror a bit. Yeah, now that is perfect. Got to adjust this one as well. So I'm on 5th gear now, and I'm on 6th, and I'm doing around what, 40 47, and 6th gear at 47 the engine doesn't feel strained at all. 33 32 2000 rpm still pulling. So if you knew the previous generation of the R15, that bike had the torque in the high range of the RPM, but this, it's completely changed. The characteristics of the typical R15 have completely changed, and it's a completely different bike right now, and it is not very aggressive. Okay, coming from a 14R user, I still don't find the R15 aggressive, because the 14R is more of a touring vehicle rather than a sports bike. But this is a full-blown sports bike with clip-ons which are below, which are actually below the T, below this thing. So it still doesn't feel aggressive like the previous generation or the version 1. They have made it more ergonomical and comfortable also. The saddle also is comfortable, not too soft, not too firm, beautiful. Just trying to do a pull, and the quick shifter is brilliant. Fourth gear, at 12,000 rpm it does 115 without breaking a sweat. So Yamaha, you have nailed it. The quality of plastics, the way the bike is, no rattles. Even though it's a test ride bike, there are no rattles that I can find. Smooth, and you bring back memories of my V1 now. So that's how beautiful this bike is. And now with all the premium touches like the upside down forks and the aluminum foot pegs for the rear foot pegs, the aluminum holders for the rear foot pegs, the bike is completely different. That's a great thing. The quick shifter doing its duty again. No hands, nothing. Bad roads, potholes, and that's a jump. Fifth gear, 9,000 rpm, 111. 116 for a 150cc engine. This is more than enough. 120, and that too on a uphill climb. I'm on to 6th gear, and now it's at 123, going downhill. 130, 133, tuck down, and 136, 137. I don't want to take it ahead even more, so that was the ride review of the R15. So I just started the bike and I forgot that the bike was on a side stand, and I put it in first gear and the bike cut off. A good safety feature. The clutch on this bike is beautiful, even though you don't need it. So now I'm showing you how the quick shifter works. You can see I'm shifting gears and I'm not using the clutch. So this is my hand and I'm shifting gears without the clutch, and my accelerator is steady. I'm holding the accelerator open. But for downshift, if you know to modulate the throttle, you can actually even do downshift without pressing the clutch. So how the quick shifter works is, when you put pressure on the gear lever, there is a sensor on the gear lever which detects that, and it cuts off the ignition, and hence the engine doesn't ignite. The fuel in the ignition doesn't ignite, and there is no power for a few milliseconds to the engine, and that's when the gear changes. So this helps in changing the gear without any problem, without any power from the engine. And usually if you see on super bikes, on big bikes, whenever you change a gear at high throttle on a quick shifter, you will hear a lot of popping and crackling sounds, like something is bursting, like a bullet sound. So that is because there is unburnt fuel in the engine which is cut off, and suddenly after changing the gear, when the ignition again goes back on, what happens is that unburnt fuel is already in the exhaust chamber, and that suddenly burns because of the heat coming out from the exhaust because of its next cycle, and that is what causes the pops on the engine, the pops from the silencer basically. So that is how a quick shifter works, and the way Yamaha have integrated this in such a small engine, it's beautiful. Nowadays I think the 390 also gets a quick shifter, and the Interceptor also, I think you have a module for a quick shifter. So that is how this thing works. So this silver color comes with a quick shifter, and the blue color also comes with a quick shifter. These are the premium versions of the V4. You also have the basic version of the V4 which doesn't come with a quick shifter, which is a bit cheaper, and I'll put all the prices, ex-showroom prices, in the description. You can check it out. So that's it for the review, and I hope you have enjoyed the review and you have got some knowledge. And if this helps you in purchasing your next bike, then please hit me up. I'm available on Instagram as Hypertourer, and you can check out my channel and check out my Instagram page for crazy updates also. Secondly, I'm giving away an Axor helmet, and that is going to happen when I hit 2000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 1000, so it's still a huge milestone to go, but I'm hoping such informative videos will bring you back to my channel and subscribe to my channel. So please stay subscribed, please support my channel. This was a very short spin, but gave a lot of insights about this bike. I've just focused on what has changed and not on what the complete package is, because there are many reviews of the V4 and there are many reviews of the R15 basically, and I wanted to only focus on the changes that Yamaha has done on the V4. And also, always wear a mask, maintain social distancing, and ride hard and ride safe. Always wear a helmet as well. So until then, see you next time. Bye bye.